Hello, everyone, and I'm so happy to be here again. This is the 12 principles to help you maximize your year. And today we are on day 10. Yes, it's day 10. And you said it right. We have been on this journey for the last 10 days. I've been sharing about little nuggets and little principles that if you apply in your life, you're going to have the best year ever. And right now, I want to dive into the principle of today because I believe it's so powerful and it's so important. It's one of the keys in my life, and it's a key to every person that is a success, to every person that's going to have an amazing life, an amazing year. They need to apply this key. And the key to that I'm talking about on day 10 is self education. You must be involved in self education. If you don't learn to educate yourself, if you don't learn to develop yourself, to improve yourself, you're not going to be relevant in this generation. Self education is key. Your mental ability, your mental capacity will determine how much impact you're going to have in this life. Let me tell you, your stupidity and your ignorance is not helping you. The Bible says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. And if you don't engage in self education, if you don't engage in developing yourself, in improving yourself, you're not going to maximize your potential this year. So, what are some key nuggets I want us to get today? Of course, the first nugget, as I've been saying for every other one, is that education is one of the keys to regain your lost opportunities and lost years. Let's say there are things that you wanted to do. Let's say probably you wanted to become an actor and you have not been able to be an actor. Probably what is missing is education. Have you studied about being an actor? Have you engaged yourself? Have you developed yourself in the acting field, in the acting career? Self-education is so powerful, and self-education is so important to boost your self-confidence and to help you to engage in the things that you're supposed to do. So that's the first key. The second nugget I want to talk about today is that our world is rapidly changing. And to remain relevant, you must be educated. Let me tell you, we are living in a fast-paced world nowadays. Technology is accelerating at an exponential rate. A lot of the things that you've learned, especially science students or art students, a lot of the things that you learned 10 years ago, they have been obsolete. Science is developing new ideas and new concepts every single day. There are new discoveries every single day. And if you are not educating yourself, if you are not studying, if you're not learning the latest technology, the latest information in your sphere of influence, you're going to become obsolete. Can you imagine that just about 20 years ago, you could get a job without having computer skills. But right now, you can't have any job without you having basic computer skills. And when I mean any job, I mean there are some jobs, of course, you can have, but for most jobs right now, they don't even ask you if you have computer skills. They just assume that you should have computer skills. This is because the world has evolved over time. And for you to catch up with the rapid evolution, with the rapid increase of knowledge in your sphere of influence, you must be involved in self-education. You must be studying. The next nugget I want to talk about is that formal education is not enough. Probably you have a degree or a diploma or a master's or a PhD program. Formal education is not enough. Your formal education, of course, empowered you in one way or the other. But for you to fully maximize your time, for you to fully have an amazing year, there are a lot of things that you need to educate yourself. You need to learn self-education. You need to learn to build yourself in the specific areas. There are a lot of things that you will not learn in school, and there are a lot of things that if you don't self-educate yourself, you will never be able to get it. So formal education is not enough. In fact, nowadays, you don't need to even go to the university to learn a lot of things. There are many people who have started businesses and come up with innovations just by self-education, just by watching YouTube videos and reading articles online. Formal education won't do it. You must learn self-education. Another key is that self-education will help to develop your potential and to make you commercially relevant. And of course, if you are a musician, you need to develop yourself. If you're an artist, if you're a politician, whatever your sphere of influence is, self-education will make you commercially relevant. It will make your skill marketable. When you self-educate yourself, you're going to increase your income because you are going to be a hot cake in the market, if I can put it that way. So self-education will open doors for you to make finances, to be able to release your skills and to make money for yourself. Self-education will increase your potential to a higher degree. So get involved in self-education. Probably get involved in an online course this year, or read a book this year, or go back to school and study. But self-education is going to be one of the keys for you to maximize your year and for you to have the best year ever. Also, self-education will help you to widen your scope of influence. It will help you to get new information. When you self-educate yourself, you expand your mind. You get to know what people in other parts of the world they are thinking. You stretch your mind. It impacts your creativity. It increases your imagination, and it helps you to come out with ideas, with new ideas to help you develop your potential and become the best you can become this year. So get involved in self-education. Also, self-education will increase your self-worth. Self-education will increase your value. When you educate yourself, your self-esteem is going to increase. When you educate yourself, you'll be able to add value to your job. You'll be able to add value to your life, value to your children, value to your community. Self-education will increase your self-worth. Self-education will increase value in your life. Also, self-education will increase your productivity. I love this one. You're going to be much more productive. Now, with the advent of technology, you can do a lot of things with a shorter period of time. Self-education will make you work smart, not just make you work hard. There are a lot of people who are hard-working, who work hard, but come on, right now with self-education, you can discover tools, you can discover apps and skills and techniques that will help you to do the things that you're doing more effectively and will help you to become more productive. And how do you become self-educated to develop yourself? Reading must become a hobby for you. Every successful person read books. I read a lot of books. I make sure that I read at least 3 to 4 books every month. Let reading become one of your best hobbies. Learn to study, learn to read books in different areas of life. In any area that you're interested in, any area that you want to develop and grow, learn to study and learn to read books in that particular area and develop yourself in that particular area. Now, self-education, one of the last things that I want to talk about is when you apply the last 3 principles I talked about, speed, intensity, and focus with self-education, then you're going to become a superstar. When you apply speed, intensity, focus to your education, you'll be able to study, you'll be able to develop yourself, you'll be able to grow within a shorter period of time. My friends and those of you listening to me, I can say a lot about self-education. And you cannot survive in our world nowadays without self-education. And so I want to encourage you, go back to school. I want to encourage you, start the online course, get involved in an online training program. Get a mentor in your sphere of influence. There is so much that you need to learn. Become the best in your area. Become the best in your sphere of influence. Get the latest information, the latest technology, the latest idea in your sphere of influence. And you're going to find that it's going to be the best year ever. You're going to find yourself increasing in productivity. You're going to find yourself manifesting your potential easily and more effectively this year. So I hope that these nuggets have helped you. I hope that this short video today has motivated you. I want you to excuse me my voice. I have a little challenge with my voice. That's the reason why probably I'm not very audible. But if you couldn't get me, please just drop a comment so I should know if you could not get me clearly. But I'm so passionate about releasing these truths to you, and I hope that you'll be able to apply them and you'll be able to see results in your life. I can't wait to share with you tomorrow. Day 11, two more principles to go. Hang on with me. Two more principles to go. Tomorrow, day 11, I'll be sharing the last but one principle that I believe that if you apply it in your life this year, it's going to be the best year ever. So thank you so much for watching.